I'm fucking hammered.
Hey y'all, this is InstaFelon. It's time for another episode of The Mountaintop with you boys, Big Panda and Mike D. So turn off your porn, quit sending dick pics to chicks that are way out of your league, crack a burr, and enjoy the show.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of The Mountaintop. I'm your host, Big Panda, and of course, as always, Mike D. Crack open!
What's up, bitches?
Hell yeah, man. Just fucking chilling up here at the mountaintop, you know, Mike D?
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
Just fucking you just started cracking open a beer, and I know I did tell you to go grab my coffee. Where's my coffee, man?
It'll be here when it gets here. You settle down there, Big Daddy. I got you.
Yeah, you know what? I go loco, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people go crazy. I go loco.
So you want your cafe?
Yeah.
Is it El Cafe?
Yeah, but, dude, you have that gringo coffee, though.
Hey, you leave my beer out of this.
Hey everybody, welcome today. We're here. We're gonna have a great show. We're full of surprises, twists and turns and ups and downs and around and rounds. We're like the Medusa ride.
Round and round. Oh, sorry.
Dude, seriously?
You're
Going back to the 40s?
This fucking guy.
I called him old.
How would you like to have these old white balls in your chin?
That is so totally gay, bro. All right, everybody, before we start with this crazy show, we are about to say, yo, hit that follow button. Also, subscribe to us. Also, give us 5 stars. Also, hit that like button because the smallest actions can make a big impact.
That's right. We need that because, well, actually, let me ask you this: have you did you check our standings last week? How we do?
It was decent.
Yeah.
Same like sometimes several weeks when we don't have a good show, but when we do have a good show, we're pretty up top. But it was kind of decent.
Yeah, so it wasn't a good show that Mike D went on a rant.
Yeah. It's because you went nuts, bro. You were all like, dude, fuck you. We're going to kick your ass, boy. Yeah. I'm all like, holy shit, bro. I got to calm this fool down. The sun is running really low.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's why we don't talk about politics on here normally.
Yeah, we only talk about politics about just to make fun of. Maybe one of these guys will win Donkey of the Month.
Right? Well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say last year's winner of Donkey of the Year. We never got to say it, but because I just started it last week. So the Donkey of the Year award went to our good old dictator Gavin Newsom.
Oh, yeah.
He went because he tells us something. He tells us, hey, you guys should stay at home, wear your mask, do all this because I told you to, and one day he got caught at the French Laundry over there at Napa Valley, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, where he went for that birthday party, and they were sitting right next to each other inside of a room when there was supposed to be no inside dining.
And no inside dining. Did you see any masks?
Oh, no.
No mask whatsoever. And of course, when he was trying to apologize, he had that stupid ass smirk. So, hey, Gavin Newsom, congratulations. You won Donkey of the Year.
Lick my balls.
2020. But now...
Speaking of that, how about this new they want to do a double mask thing. You seen that shit?
Double mask?
Yeah, they want you to wear 2 fucking masks.
Fuck, I only wear 1 mask, and that'll be a Lucha Libre mask.
Yeah, right?
There's a luchador named Mil Mascaras. His mask is known as 1,000 masks. So I don't have to wear 2. I'll just wear 1 that's based on 1,000 masks.
Oh, just because it's named that? Yeah, got you.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Mister, I just woke up. Hey.
No, I'm wide awake. I've been up. I was just looking at Ned. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's choking on something over there. I'm thinking I might have to run over and have to throw the doggy Heimlich on him.
Doggy Heimlich?
What you got, dude? Come here.
Fuck, man. Hopefully your dog doesn't die on air. You know.
Dog down.
Call 911. Poor dog.
Call in the puppy patrol.
So let's also talk about a little bit of news. What happened this week? Do you got any news, Mike? You got some news?
Well, one of them I just dropped was double mask thing.
Yeah.
Newsom extended the eviction, where you can't be evicted. What was that law was? Where you can't be evicted and you can't have your home foreclosed on due to the pandemic.
Okay. I know that. I've read about that this past couple of days. But I just want to know. I wanted to talk about the whole GameStop situation. The GameStop. It's a bunch of Reddit users going toe to toe with Wall Street giants, and that was actually pretty interesting. Seeing a bunch of Reddit users going on Robinhood, buying stock for GameStop, AMC Entertainment, and Bed Bath and Beyond,
And don't forget BlackBerry.
And BlackBerry, I forgot. Thank you. Yeah. And also just seeing a bunch of Wall Street giants just pissing their pants and getting pissed off.
Well, here's the thing: is I've been kind of listening to that too a little bit. I haven't really done any research on it. Did you buy any stock yourself?
No, because
because if you do, you're gonna lose your money.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people were like so excited until Robinhood boned them in the ass and just said, you know what, we're not going to give you this. We're just going to give you just probably this amount.
Right, yeah. So you can't go up against the fucking corporate head like that. They thought they were going to do something.
Yeah.
And it looked good for a minute. It was almost impressive.
It was interesting. Making Wall Street just all nervous.
Right, and then Wall Street turned around and showed their big balls dick and showed like.
Are you sure they showed their big balls and dick?
Bull, excuse me.
I feel that they showed their chode and said, "Hey, Governor, hey, President, hey, can you help us? Can you tell these people to? Can you put them in line?
Can you tell them to stop?
Yeah, I need you to bail me out."
I was thinking it was more on the lines, how they got that big fucking bull sitting right there in front of Wall Street. So I was thinking they were full of bullshit.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. Yeah, I could see them crying to somebody.
Yeah, they fucked up a lot of people. They fucked over a lot of people, I mean. And Robinhood just said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You guys can invest your money, but not this way."
They actually stopped. I seen that they actually shut it down for a minute where you couldn't even buy anything.
No, you couldn't buy shit.
Yeah, I seen somebody that I follow on Instagram showed where they were trying to buy stock. Like it's like purchase so many whatchamacallits of BlackBerry or B&B, and then all of a sudden it said your order has not been confirmed. It has been stopped. Blah 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 blah. She got like a little email thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh shit!" And they're following them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's impossible. It's just crazy how a lot of people just fucking decided to just bone a lot of people doing that. They're just trying to invest their money. People always say, "Hey, invest your money on the stock market." They invest their money on the stock market. They do it, and all of a sudden they said, "Oh no, you're not supposed to invest it like us Wall Street people. You're supposed to invest it like in something else, like buying a truck and starting your own landscaping business."
Well, you're taking the money out of their fucking pockets because they're your investor.
Yeah.
They invest your money and they get to fucking steal from us, and you know what I mean? Look, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie, bro.
Yeah, they can steal from us, but we can't steal from them.
Yeah.
So
cocaine and hookers.
Yeah, because they need their cocaine, their hookers, their strippers, and all that shit. You know what? Fuck you. I think I banged one of your wives.
Was she hot?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. She fucking had this house, and like her man came home and.
You climbed out the window, asshole naked, down the roof. I think I've seen this in a movie. Wait, are you describing to me fucking Dukes of Hazzard?
No. But it would be pretty cool, though. I wish I had the general with me. And I'm not that cool to fucking just hop into the window either.
That's great.
But yeah, dude. So to all those Reddit users who bought stock on Robinhood, you guys are all right with me. I like you guys showed me that you guys can even make the fucking Wall Street giants piss in their pants.
He showed us that the internet is a powerful place.
Yep. So let's keep making some changes, guys, because we're about to go to deprogram camps. Did you hear about that?
No.
Me neither. I was just making that up.
I thought so.
They're gonna deprogram us.
They're gonna send like sending us to gay Christian camps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna pray the gay away. So are they gonna pray our freedom away, bro?
Yeah, they gotta be like, you will stop obeying this man. You will stop reading. You will stop thinking.
36 motherfucking executive orders in the first week. I wish somebody would shoot that dude in the fucking face. And here you want to hear something cool? So check it out. So let's say, now he's a Democrat, by the way, and I don't know how I feel about that part of it, but let's say that you get Biden, Harris, and fucking Pelosi all on the plane.
Yeah.
Okay, or a train even. I don't care. Plane, train, or automobile. I don't give a shit where they're at. And then they end up getting in an accident, per se.
Yeah.
You know. So then you would have your third in line, correct?
Yeah.
So if Biden dies, you get Harris. If Harris dies, you get Pelosi. If Pelosi dies, you get a senator from Vermont by the name of Patrick Leahy. He's a Democrat.
Yeah.
But of course, that's the way it's going to fall with the current president sitting as a Democrat. You're not going to get a Republican. It's immediately going to go Democrat.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He is a 5-time Batman movie appearance, and TV show.
Nice.
Right? So check it out. So his first appearance was in The Dark Knight, where he played the governor.
Oh, shit.
Right? Here, let me show you a picture of him. You'll recognize him.
Yup, I've seen that fool.
Yeah. So that was his first appearance, was in The Dark Knight. And then he 3 years later he goes on to be an uncredited cameo in Batman Forever. And then he was in the Batman animated series. He was in The Dark Knight. Oh, excuse me. Here it goes. The Dark Knight Rises. Wayne Enterprises, the cartoon. Batman. Oh shit! He was in Green Arrow. Batman Forever, Batman animated series.
Green Arrow, the TV show.
Batman. Yep. Batman and Robin actually. So that wasn't his first one.
Batman and Robin.
Yep. Batman Forever.
Man, he should have said no on that one.
Batman animated series, Batman and Robin, The Dark Knight Rises, and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Oh shit! So
Right?
He was in 2 shitty movies.
Yeah, he was, but he was. Yeah, he was, but that shows that he's got a thing for comic books, so he might love the common nerd.
All right, he might actually say, "Hey, everybody, today is Batman Day."
Fuck yeah!
And then tomorrow's Joker Day, so that you guys can do chaos.
And then we can kill everybody. Yeah,
Cool.
cut their face.
It's like the Purge, but it's called Joker Day.
Right.
All right, man. But I know that you, my friend, have a friend. So my friend knows a friend.
My friend knows a friend.
That she met a couple of really good stars.
Well, not only that, she's also got an incredible business that's. Well, we'll let her tell.
Started from the bottom, now she's here.
Started from the bottom, now she's here.
All right, I would love to meet your friend, bro.
All right, let's work on that.
All right, from Stockton, California, we have. Hey, can you introduce yourself? Because I don't want to fuck up your name.
Sure, my name is Christy Olivalo.
Christy.
And what do your friends call you, Christy?
Yeah, what do your friends call you, though?
Depends on what city I'm in, but my Stockton friends call me KO, or they call me Coco. Some of my friends call me Chris. In Southern California, it's pretty much Christy or KO because of my business name. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So 5. Okay.
So 5.
Yeah.
Wait, who calls you Coco? Up here in Northern California or Southern?
In Northern California, I'm Coco or KO, mostly.
Is it cool if I could call you Coco?
Call me Coco.
I want to call you KO because I bet you can knock a motherfucker out.
I mean, I'm from Stockton. I've known I've been thrown down a couple times, you know?
What? Oh, man, from Stockton. Yeah, we got something for Stockton, bro.
But currently,
Yep.
You're living in LA, yeah?
Yes, I'm currently living in LA, in the process of actually fleeing LA. I guess you could call me like a refugee.
Now your business is in LA, right?
Correct. It is in LA. Yes, I'm in the center of Los Angeles as far as work goes, and that's what keeps me there.
So if you go ahead and flee Los Angeles, how are you going to continue to keep your business going?
So basically, the way that my schedule works, obviously, when you're a business owner, you make your own schedule, obviously. And most of my projects that I work on are big projects. So they take me about 3 to 5 days, depending on the type of truck that I'm working on. So it's something that I can schedule out. So I'll be basically commuting from here in Northern California down to LA for the remainder of the year. And then if all goes well, I'll be leaving the state altogether. And then I will be commuting from, I don't want to say what state I'm going to, but from one other state to LA as long as I can. And then ultimately I'll probably have, one of my guys just take over for me, really. And then I'll just kind of come in and supervise once I'm completely relocated out of California.
So what is your business for all those listeners out there? What do you do out there in LA?
So actually, I own and operate a detailing business. I work on mainly high-end vehicles. So I work on trucks and cars that average price, starting price is about $250,000, upwards of $1 million. So I work on high-end vehicles only. It's just kind of weird how it all happens, and it's like I don't discriminate against everyday drivers, but I just happen to pick up that certain clientele, and it's been that way ever since.
And that's a primarily male-dominated business.
Yeah. You don't.
Oh
see
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no. I mean, there's when I first started in this industry, I was the only female in the shop. And even now, like when I'm currently working on any projects that I'm working on, I'm still the only woman in the shop. Or even if I go to my clients' homes to work on their vehicles there, it's always the wives or friends of the wives or whatever. They're always just like, oh my God, I didn't expect to see you. And even men too, to this day, when they look at me and I tell them what I do for a living. Even last night, I was insulted. Matter of fact,
no, I want to see this.
Insulted.
Wait.
Yeah, so I went as soon as I came into Stockton, I actually went into Miguel's and had something to eat and had a couple drinks, and I'm sitting at the bar, and I've known the owner of that restaurant since my entire life. And so I'm sitting there with one of the owners, and he had 2 guys next to him. One of them was really nice, and one of them was just kind of like, you could just tell he was kind of a chauvinist. And so anyway, they asked me what I did, and I told him, and he's like, oh, so you mean to tell me, like, you have people who do it for you, like, you're not actually working on the cars, right? And I'm like, nope, I am. And a lot of people think that way of me, because if you look at me, like, I'm very feminine, like, makeup's always on, lashes, I have nails, like, I'm very, very girly. And so people just assume, when they look at me, like, there's no fucking way this girl is, working on cars, getting dirty. And it's like, I'm never going to sit here and prove myself to some idiot who doesn't even know me, but it's like, I'll gladly show somebody a picture of how fucking dirty I get. You know what I mean? Like, if that's going to, put your mind at ease of what I do for a living, I will gladly show you a picture.
Oh man, that's what's up. Just showing them off, just telling them, hey, I can fix this shit. What can you do? Yeah, I bet you can't even change a tire.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I will tell you this, when I first started off in the industry, a lot of dudes were super supportive, and then as soon as I started really making a name for myself in LA, and again, the clientele that I have, I work on celebrities' vehicles, I've done a couple royalty, like I deal with some heavy hitters, if you will, and so because of that, like, I have had quite a few people that were quote unquote friends that now will no longer be my friend, so, and it's weird, the whole, masculine inferiority kind of complex, I guess, if you will. I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid.
Maybe it's because they're intimidated by you. They just say that, like, when you started in your field of work, they just say, "Oh, I'll show her the ways." And then when you started learning and you started practicing a lot, they started feeling more intimidated by you. They just started saying, "Oh, dude, fuck this. I don't want to hang out with her anymore." That's how some men feel.
Oh yeah, I mean I've heard that. You know, it's so funny to me when people talk about intimidation because I've heard that in every aspect, whether it be professionally or personally. I mean, men are like, oh, you know, men are intimidated by you because it's. So this is what I always laugh at, right? Like some fucking keyboard warrior will sit there and they'll type out something super crazy to disrespect me, but yet if they saw me in a public place they would never even say hello to me. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so I kind of laugh at the whole intimidated by, like, I'm just a person in this world trying to make a living and support myself and my family. There's nothing to be intimidated by. You know, I'm not trying to take anything from anyone or prove anything to anyone other than myself and the fact, or my daughters, and the fact that anything you want to do is possible. You know, so if a man is intimidated by strength,
when I spoke to Ricardo or Panda, Big Panda, I keep calling him by his actual name at work. my bad. Anyways, when I spoke to him and I told him about you and I started describing what kind of individual you are, my exact words were, she's a dominant female, and she's powerful, and she has a lot of things to say that I found when we first started speaking to each other. I was like, God damn, this girl, she knows what's up, she knows who she is, and she's been through the ringer, you know, and she'd be awesome to have on the cast. So we appreciate you being here anyways, and that's the best way I describe you. I don't say that you intimidate people, I just say you're a dominant female, you know who you are and you know what you want, and that's fucking badass.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I mean, I definitely.
And you're hot.
You know, I am.
And you're fucking hot.
Apparently, you're hot. I haven't seen one picture of you yet, but you're hot.
Yeah, I mean, I've been told that too. So thank you. I always appreciate the compliments. You know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm a strong-willed woman, and you know, I'm not ugly, so I mean, yeah, I'll agree with that.
I was gonna say nobody's ugly. The only ugly thing is the soul.
Agreed.
Agreed. Yeah, people from the outside might look pretty, but sometimes they might have an ugly soul.
Agreed. I 100% support that. And matter of fact, I mean. God, I support that in the fact that, like, if you looked at any of my past boyfriends, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I have dated some fugly looking dudes.
So you're saying there's a chance? I'm hearing opportunity. Opportunity's knocking.
Mike will try and find like a very strong, independent woman. I bet he's already trying to find her somebody that can make him money.
I asked her one time, I said, do you want to be my sugar mama? And she fucking freaked out on me. Fuck you!
Oh, I did. I went off on him.
Nah.
And I was like, whoa, settle down, killer. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what, though? The reason why I did that, though, is because it's been something that has happened throughout my life. You know, like, I have had numerous men who have literally borrowed money from me. Like, seriously, like, dudes that I've dated have been like, hey, can I borrow some money till payday? Like, somebody even used to call me B of K.
Oh, no.
Like, that was my nickname, B of K, because I was always lending out money to dudes, and they were all dudes.
And all fugly, like, apparently.
Yeah.
Can I borrow?
Yeah, not all.
You should have been like, what, am I your mother now? You want me to wipe your ass and clean your fucking plate now? Fucking
yeah, no, I've dealt with the sensitive ones too. It's quite funny actually. When I was in the detail shop, the only person I ever worked for in this industry, I worked for them for like a little over a year, and I had an employee, not my employee. I wasn't a manager. I was doing sales actually at the time for this particular shop. I wasn't even detailing or anything by then, but I was doing sales for the shop, and I used to kind of manage, you know, the cars that would come in and go out and the staff that was there. And anyway, long story short, there was one that was like really, really sensitive. But like in the very beginning of when I was in that shop, like the first 4 to 6 months, like these dudes were fucking assholes to me. They were not nice to me. They didn't want me there. You know, they made life very difficult for me. They didn't want to, you know, teach me anything. You know, all the questions I asked, they were super annoyed. And so I remember talking to the boss, and I was like, these guys are just, they're fucking assholes. And he was like, Christy, he's like, this is a detail shop, this is just how it is. Boys will be boys. You can either deal with it or, you can quit. And I was just like, fuck this. I ain't going to let anybody fucking run me out of potentially making money. You know what I mean? So I was like, hell no. So anyway, long story short, after I'm killing it and I'm making all this money for the shop, and this one particular employee who was just sensitive as fuck, literally like would complain about me all the time, just complain. And then finally, the owner came to me and I was like, this is a detail shop, things are said, you can't be all sensitive, you can either just deal with it or quit. And I kind of threw it back in his face, and he just looked at me like, you fucking bitch.
And as you walked away, you did one of those error marks, like you're marking yourself a point. One for me.
Right. I was just kind of like, you're a hypocrite, so toughen up.
Oh. Okay, so, wait, do you sell merch in your shop?
No, I do not sell. Well, so I actually just had some shirts made up, and they are pretty badass. And it's kind of funny because everyone I've showed them to so far has been like, yo, let me get one, and so people are wanting to support and wear my shirt and my logo, which is fucking awesome, and I'm super proud of that. Wasn't expecting it at all. I was just like, dude, look at my logo. I didn't think anybody would be like, I want one. But literally everyone I've showed, they've just been like, oh, whatever it costs, let me know. Like, and then I've even had people that are like, make a hoodie, so yeah, people actually want to wear my stuff, which is really, really crazy, but I'm super like thankful for the support. Like, that's amazing.
You want to drop the name of your shop and let everybody know?
Yeah.
So first of all, I'm not a shop. I'm completely mobile, number one. But my business is called KO Auto Works. You actually won't find me on any social media or SEO at all. I'm actually 100% referral based only. So basically, I get all of my business from, word of mouth. It's one client getting good to another client, and then to another client, and then to another client.
So,
and that makes you and that makes you even more badass, because that shows that you are out there, you're busting your fucking hump, and you're letting people know that that you're here for real, and that you're doing a hell of a job. Because didn't you tell me one time you did a Joe Rogan vehicle?
Yeah,
what?
Too, actually. I did his Bronco and his FJ.
Yeah.
And then I've even done a Ferrari for Shamar Moore. And then I have another celebrity client coming up on his Chevelle. So I've done a few celebrities. One royalty. I don't want to say his name, but yeah.
I'm different from Mike D. I would never ask you to be my sugar mom. I'll probably ask you if you hiring right now. If you got locations like in LA, like you might have like locations LA or somewhere out of state. Shit, I'm down to get a new job. Give me a reason to leave California too.
Yeah, no, right. I know. Actually, it's funny because I've had men or other dudes in shops that are currently working in other shops ask me if I'm hiring, and we're talking like people from all over the country that are just like, yo, I want to get out of my state, or I want to get out of this shop, or whatever. And I'm just like, no, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Like it's weird. Like I have the ideal gig, because in the fact that like most detailers work, 20 years to be in the position that I'm in, as far as like the type of clients that I have, and of course being referral only, and then I'm actually able to support myself in one of the most expensive cities, in the country, is insane. But it's also I take it, I take it very seriously in the fact that like I'm moving very slowly. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit there and bring on a bunch of staff and then, just so I can look cool, on social media. Because I see a lot of guys that do that. They'll like way overwhelm themselves with employees and shop, rent and like all these overhead that they really can't afford. But just so they can look cool on social media, and that's not my style. Like, I'm moving at a snail's pace, and I'm totally fine with that.
No, that's the whole like tortoise and the hare kind of thing. You're like, because slow and steady wins the race, not never like
Yeah.
never with a fast pace. Because you don't, if you go fast, there's gonna be a couple of slip ups, which like nobody wants right now. Not even during this time,
No, yeah, for sure.
Mike D's laughing at me.
No, I'm laughing. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and my mind went into a whole different world.
You want to take us to
Perverted,
your
I'm
world,
sure.
Mike?
Something perverted.
Exactly. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out how I could throw a joke in there, but the only joke I can come up with was that probably sounded dirtier than you meant it.
No, I'm laughing. We have fun here at the mountaintop.
Or I was going to say, the other one I was going to do, which was going to be a complete ripoff of Rob Snyder, I was going to say, yeah, that's what she said.
Oh my god. Okay, so now that you guys mentioned this, so there's a friend of mine. He might actually be listening to this podcast when we air it. His name is Dean, and he says that, oh my god, it's like every 15 minutes. That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love. We have fun up here. It's just his fucking way just to bring up the, how do you say,
I try to break up the monotony.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it gets a
Throw a
little
little-
serious.
Yeah,
And that's awesome. Like I said, we enjoy having the information dropped on us, but once in a while I got to throw a little, just a,
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
You gotta
because
throw your little jab in there, of
Right.
course.
we don't want like our listeners to be like, oh my god,
a little Stockton
proud of
slap.
her.
You know what I'm talking about, right, KO? Huh?
the Stockton slap.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
That's lockdown from Modesto, so we might.
But you're still 209. That's still the 209.
I know 209. We're all 209 right here. What's
Whoop,
up?
whoop, 209.
Yeah, fuck the
That's right.
fuck the 305.
We're still.
Is that where you guys are at right now? You guys are in the 305? What is that? I'm missing it. It
We're
went
in
over my
209
head.
up here in the mountaintop.
Yeah, we're 209 everywhere.
I may have moved. I used to live in Murata, and which was never. It was always Murata. People didn't even know that before they actually put up a city limit sign right there at 8 Mile and Frontage Road.
Right.
But it's always been Murata, and we were always considered. Back then when I was growing up, it was pure. All tomato fields and onions and
Oh, yeah.
before
I
they
remember.
before they built Fox Creek out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's always been Murata, but it's still, like you just said, it's all 209.
Yeah.
It is. All 209, baby.
I even went to
I'll tell you
I even
right
went to
now,
Tokay High School, which is Lodi, just because of the fact that I was not considered a Stockton Unified School District.
You know what's funny to me, honestly? I left Stockton almost a decade ago, and I've been in Southern California for a long time. And I'll tell you, I've always, I'm gonna always have love for Stockton. Like, I'm always gonna have love for my hometown. This is my hometown, and I have some amazing friends that live here, and it's always gonna be home. But it's funny because when I came up during the holidays, I was here for Christmas and New Year's, and I had never been so fucking proud to be from Stockton until literally that moment, because it was like we were able to actually walk into a restaurant, and there was a few bars that were open, and I was just like, oh my God, people don't understand. I've been living in fucking hell.
Yeah.
LA has been a nightmare. It is communist hell.
Talk about it,
and
sister. Preach it. Let us know what it's like to live down in Southern California right now.
Please tell us.
Oh my God! Well, the thing is crazy. It's it's so different in every part of SoCal. So it's when I first moved to Southern California, I lived in San Diego, and so San Diego open. They've been open. And they're only 2 hours away from LA, right? So they're open. Orange County, same thing. Orange County is we're not closing, and so majority of them stayed open. Like my hair salon, my nail people, restaurants, bars, they were like, we're not closing, but where I'm literally in the center of Los Angeles. I'm like 15 minutes away from Hollywood and Beverly Hills, and like Compton is like 20 minutes away. Like like you can see downtown from my apartment complex, and so it's just like I am in the heart of LA, and it is literally like, it's terrible. Like, it is terrible. Nothing has been open. We shut down March 16th, which is my birthday. So last year when the country shut down, you guys will all remember it because it was my birthday. And so so when we shut down March 16th, everything stayed closed until I think it was like September, and then they opened up for like maybe a month and a half and then shut down again. And even when it was open, it was outside dining only, but nail shops didn't open, hair salons didn't open. It was just restaurants that opened, and then it's just been terrible, dude. It's terrible. Like, even in my apartment complex, like, I live in a luxury apartment building, like high rise, and they have to, they have signs up in the elevator that say, please wear your mask in common areas, meaning like parking garage, elevator. We have rooftop, we have like other different amenities, and they want us to wear them. And I'm like, no, like, this is my home. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not doing it. So yeah, it's been really, really rough, and I'm single, so I've been doing this solo for, over a year now. And it's
oh my God, cool. This is not a fucking dating site, Coco. All right, you've dropped your birthday. You said you're single.
You got money.
I mean, everything you've said so far is like, hey, March 16th, send me a present. P.S. I'm single. My man won't get mad. I promise.
Please send me gift cards. The only thing that you're forgetting is your email and your PO box.
Nobody knows what I look like, so there you go.
Oh, they will. They will.
They're gonna search for you now.
They're gonna look you up on our those followers that are they follow the Mountaintop One.
Yeah.
On Instagram are they're gonna start looking for who's following us. And they'll find you.
Yeah, they'll probably go. You already gave the name to your shop. So
you better be careful when you start opening your DMs from now on. There might be something looking at you.
Yeah. They're never gonna leave you alone. You're just gonna hear that ding 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 ding. That's all you're gonna hear.
Fucking A.
All 62 of our followers. And we know who you are.
I will say this though too. Since I started in this industry 3 years ago, when I very first started, my former boss literally said to me, he's like, "Just wait till you get your first dick pic." And he was right. I have gotten so many dick pics, like so many. It's stupid.
Well, it's because you're a fucking female. Hey, here's the thing. I think I ranted about this once before.
See,
I threw this fucking fit. I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I don't know why people think that is a come on or a hit. Like to hit on a girl. It's like, hey,
it's so fucking gross.
Hey, what's
all
up?
You men out there. To all you men out there, please do yourself a favor. I don't give a shit if you got a big one, a little one, a fat one, a skinny one. I don't give a damn. Stop sending dick pics. Women, there's nothing attractive about it, and there's nothing about it that's going to make us, like, excited. So just stop it.
Especially when you can just walk into any porn shop anywhere in fucking town and find one bigger, better, and more pleasurable.
I thought you were going to be like multicolor or something.
Well, I'm just saying. Hey, them motherfuckers nowadays, they stand up and make you fucking breakfast almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your dick pic, your picture of your dick that's not doing anything but just laying there is not doing the same thing that's the thing that she just bought last week. It's up there fucking. I think they even have some that percolate coffee while you're fucking it.
Coffee. That sounds good, actually. I haven't had any coffee yet.
Damn, bro. Right now, I just want to ask Mike D one thing. How the fuck do you know this shit?
Because I'm a fucking pervert. I'm not going to use the word weirdo because that can be taken into all kinds of different contexts.
Degenerate. You're a degenerate.
I'm a fucking degenerate. I'm a deplorable.
God damn. Oh, wow. I'm already nervous coming to your house and just fucking opening a door and fucking a shitload of sex toys are just gonna pop out.
I personally don't own a sex toy. I've been thinking about one of those fleshlights lately. I actually have thought about those. They look kind of awesome, especially as much as
a friend of mine actually bought one of them. I don't know how it works or whatever, but yeah, I do know that one of my guy friends actually purchased 2 of them. So yeah.
Fuck! How many dicks that guy got? Fuck. 2 of them.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
2.
Well, as much as the power goes out up here, it's gonna do dual purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just get a blow up doll, Mike. Just get a blow up doll.
I've had
pretty
2.
Soon they're gonna be.
I've
They're so lifelike now. You might as well just get one of those.
Yeah, I've had 2, and they both talked back, and I had to pop them.
Motherfucker, you need a hobby. Oh my God.
I thought we were just talking about my hobby.
A real?
Jesus.
No, Mike D lives right next to a freaking creek. All he could do is just fish all day and just not think about masturbating. But hey, I can't get inside of crazy Mike D right now.
Oh, well, I can explain that to you. From the last weekend of fucking April until the November 14th, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So I fish my ass off. But November 14th till April, it's cold. I'm alone. You know what I mean? I gotta find something to do inside the house. So
Oh my God.
I'm thinking possibly one of those fucking blow up sheep that have the little.
Oh my God,
They actually
no,
have the
no,
little
no,
fucking
no.
voice recorded box inside where it goes meh. You know what I mean?
Oh my
God
God,
damn.
no. No.
You gotta stop spending too much time on the internet, bro.
Okay, well, I'm glad we just went into this because I got to tell you the story. I was telling you guys earlier, I could tell you on the podcast or off the podcast, it didn't matter, but this is going to fucking fall right into it. This is amazing. I laugh hard a lot, but I never laughed so hard as I did last night in the middle of a conversation with 3 of our coworkers.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop their names. They know who they are.
Okay, they know who they are.
Because it started off like this. We were bullshitting, kind of just like we're doing right now about fucking, something came up about sex. I think, an individual was telling me he was dancing around the shop, and I'm pretty sure you know who that is.
Oh, yeah, I do now.
He's dancing around the shop doing some fucking sexy little hip swaying moves, and somebody looked at him and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm listening to sex sounds on my Pandora." and from there, it went to this. Sex sounds on Pandora to I knew it was bad when I had to start tying up families just to finish. To
What?
wait. And the whole time we're just trying to figure out ways to make it worse. Okay? So it went from I gotta tie up families to finish to I'm about to come act dead.
Oh my God.
The fuck is up with you guys?
Wait. Then I threw in, it'd be amazing. Tell her to take a cold shower first so her body's cold to the skin.
Oh God. You guys are demented.
Luckily, I wasn't there when they were talking about that, so I'll be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking
Dude,
about?"
it was, and it just kept going from. They started talking about choking yourself with a fucking belt to.
Oh my God.
To listening, so parents have to listen to Barney to finish.
Oh my God.
And then I started walking around singing, "Hey, Mr. Huckleberry, bumpity bump."
That's so gross. That is so gross.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
It was great.
Wow.
It was great. when a certain individual goes, "I'm about to come act dead," I fucking almost died.
Come on.
I was on the ground fucking going, "You're killing me, dude."
Yeah, no comment over here, guys. No comment.
Yeah. You guys are just fucking, yeah.
Hey, we were, and I told him, I said, "You know what, next time this shit starts to happen, I'm going to fucking turn my phone on record.
Yeah.
And I'm putting you guys on the podcast." Because that shit was hilarious.
That is awesome. Oh wow.
Our supervisor was there, and all you could hear, he didn't know, he was sitting over there doing his job.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like in the background, all you hear is, "What the fuck?" And then he got involved.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no.
That's the night shift for you, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the night shift. See, you guys have more fun than than the day shift.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh, all right.
Fucking degenerates, I tell you. Fucking degenerates.
That's right.
You don't have any like weird talks like that in your shop though? Like, have you ever
You shouldn't have
caught?
a
Oh,
shop.
no. Of course we do. Of course. We don't go that fucking crazy, though. No, never. That's a whole nother level. But, yeah, I mean... You know, you got to remember I'm the only female with all dudes. You know,
Yeah.
like there's no other women around me. You know, so yeah, I mean, of course we talk about things that that we shouldn't. You know, and it's funny because in the beginning, obviously, when you first meet, the guys and they see you, they try to act on their best behavior and censor themselves, and not say certain things, and then like you'll walk up and you'll hear them saying something like super like inappropriate, and they just look at you like, oh shit, like she caught me, and then once you
I was going to say, they probably try to act on their best behavior right up until you walk up and drop that first F-bomb on them, right?
Oh no, for sure. And then but now most of the guys I've been working with, I'm working with them for a long time. So yeah, we talk about pretty much everything. There's really nothing that we don't discuss. But as far as having sex with dead people, yeah, no, that's a whole other level.
They're not officially dead. It was the whole kink scenario that we kind of... And that came up because of that show. Have you seen Bound on Netflix?
No, I don't have Netflix.
Whatever you do, don't watch it. It's a comedy, and it's about a dominatrix that does kinks. And it's fucking hilarious. And that's the whole way that whole thing got started. I was like, dude, have you seen this? It's funnier than shit. Dudes wanted to pee on her. They wanted to wrestle with them in fucking penguin outfits. And then we just kind of started running off, from there with one person said I can't finish unless kids are crying.
The fuck?
Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
What the fuck are you watching, bro?
No, I'm talking
Oh
about
my God.
somebody I work with.
Oh! What the fuck was he doing then? What the? Oh my god! I gotta find this guy.
Terrible. Y'all need Jesus. For real.
We do. We just haven't found him yet. I hear he walks among
Clearly.
us, but
I don't want to meet that guy. I'm good. Like, you do your own thing, bro.
You don't want to meet Jesus? He was just saying we need Jesus.
You need Jesus.
Oh, I need Jesus.
Yeah, you need
You
Jesus.
do. You need Jesus. Yeah, no. Panda's cool. You need Jesus, Mike.
Fucking judge much? Jeez.
No, not at all. There's no judgment at all. Everybody's entitled to be into whatever it is they want to be into. But, that was some far left shit right there. Like,
Yeah.
man.
God, fucking humor's dead in the world.
Humor
I
is...
guess I should fuck it.
Oh,
What?
Jesus.
Was that one of them now?
It's like pun intended.
I still laugh at dad jokes most of the time. It's just like, dude, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, jokes.
I think, didn't you give me a dad joke this morning too, Mike?
Yeah, it was out of nowhere. I said something that was fucking retarded. and then I looked at you and I went, yeah, that was a horrible dad joke.
I already forgot what it was, too.
Me too.
Oh, yeah, that's some good shit, bud.
That's just me running my mouth and then forgetting what the fuck I say. And awkward silence.
Awkward silence.
Crickets.
Crickets, the
You hear
sun's
fucking
out.
frogs. Fucking frogs are out there too.
We got frogs.
Yeah. They live right here in the creek, bro.
Oh, that sucks for you.
Why? Can you hear them?
No.
I got great insulation in the
No,
house.
you just have voices in your head.
Hey, Why are you talking about Johnny and Billy?
Who's Johnny?
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Yeah, fucking guys, man. No, it's all right, buddy. No, he's not talking about you, I swear. All right. Anyways. So KO, Coco.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm just listening. I'm chilling. I'm listening to what you guys are talking about because it's on a whole nother level that I can't even get on.
Nah, you can't get on this right
You
now.
can't even drive by on a tour bus and kind of wave once in a while?
No.
Wow.
Fortunately, you guys are weirder than the dudes in Hollywood right now. Like, for real.
It's because we're better than the people at Hollywood.
That's
We're
right.
number one. Northern Cali, foo.
She's like,
Honestly, you know what? It's funny. Like, honestly, like, if we would have had this debate, like, say, a year or two ago, I would have been like, fuck no, SoCal all the way. But honestly, the last year of my life has been so miserable. I agree with that statement.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, but I've already been trying to, like, look for other states. You said that you're going to try and, like, move out of the state. Do you already have a state in mind? You don't have to tell me which state, but do you have a state in mind, or are you just going to go, like, cross the country, like, state to state, trying to find like, that one spot?
No, I have a state in mind. I've already, I have friends that are there, quite a few, actually. I've been there a few times, and I really like it. And it's close enough, kind of, to where I could possibly, keep my business here in California and then keep my business in that state. I actually was on the phone with my CPA yesterday, and I was like, what do I need to do in order to open up a business in this state and then keep my business in California? And basically, when you're in California, all you got to do is pay California tax, and you can keep your business, and that's pretty much it. And, so it's very simple. So I think I'm...
What is a CPA?
Go ahead.
What is a CPA?
CPA is someone who handles all my financials and my taxes and stuff
What
like
does
that.
CPA stand for? Do you know?
I don't know, actually.
I don't either. That's why I'm asking. I mean, I know what you meant. I knew what the description was. I just didn't know what it actually stands for.
I know that they're an accountant, but I don't. Maybe it's certified personal accountant or something.
There you go. I think that is it.
Certified person.
Actually, I think that's exactly what it means.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
God we didn't have to Google it.
Yeah, we were getting ready. I was getting ready to do that.
My CPA is awesome. She's pretty badass. So yeah, she's great. I love her. I wouldn't be able to run my business without her. I don't know how people do it actually when they do their own taxes and fuck all that. I'll pay anybody to take that fucking stress away from me and figure it out for me.
Yeah. That's how I feel too. Like, how about you do it and I'll give you this much?
Actually, what they say is, I'll do it and you'll give me this much.
Yeah, they do.
And don't,
for sure. Like,
and if you don't, then I'm going to
cheap.
steal a penny every fucking time. And next thing you know, they're billionaires and they took off with all your fucking cash.
That's fucked up.
Hey, it's what happens.
Like that creep Frank Sinatra always says, that's life.
Holy shit, you just called Frankie a fucking creep?
Yeah, I did. You got a problem with that?
No, not personally, because I'm not Italian, but I'm sure you just pissed off a couple Italian people.
I love Frank Sinatra, honestly, but I don't give a shit about what you just said, Panda. It doesn't affect me in any kind of way.
She still likes me.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys really want to talk about, like, fucking, people are getting her fucking you, let's talk about these hedge fund people. Let's talk about them.
We did at the beginning of the show.
We
you got
did.
knowledge on that? Come on, drop some knowledge on
Yeah,
it.
say what's up. Tell them what's up.
So, I mean, obviously I know from, just from what I see or whatnot, but basically these hedge fund fucks who are, they basically, if anyone doesn't know what a hedge fund is, you have to be a certified investor to even be considered to even invest in a hedge fund, number one. So that means you're a one percenter. So that means you've got millions and billions of dollars. Normal average people like you and I, we can't fuck with those, right? We're mutual funds and, whatever else, whatever we want to invest in. We can't touch a hedge fund.
Right.
I'm sorry?
401ks.
I'm not really sure as particular as to what they are, but yeah. So
No, us. That's what we're allowed to do.
Mutual funds. No,
right.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So So there's that, right? And anyway, so these hedge fund dudes, the way that they make their money is they actually are betting against these companies that their shares will eventually drop, and then they'll basically go out of business. And that's how they make their millions and billions of dollars. Well, basically, this group of people got together, from what I gather, and they basically said, go for GameStop. And GameStop's fucking stock went up by I don't even know how much, but it was $20 a share, and now I think it's $300 a share.
Yeah.
And so these hedge fund people were literally losing millions and billions of dollars because of this. And so then they basically, told all these trading companies like Robinhood and TD Ameritrade and a couple others that these people could no longer buy these stocks, that they could sell, but they could no longer buy, which is illegal as fuck. There are no real rules, so it's just, and now all of a sudden they want to implement rules, and so it's so the average person like you and I can't make money, but they can, and so because they've had millions of dollars taken, or billions even, taken from them, they're pissed off. They are so pissed off.
It's because they don't want us to invest our money. They just say, hey, they tell us to invest it, but they don't want us to be part of their game. They always say, hey, you should just stick what you're doing, washing dishes and fucking washing cars and all that shit.
The other day, I actually called.
We're fucking peasants. We're fucking peasants. That's it. We're peasants to them. They're the elite, and we're fucking peasants, and that's it.
And what also crazy is that when they were really scared, they called up the government and they said, hey, you need to do something about this, and they said, all right, we'll get it.
When the news of this first broke, when I started watching this shit happen, I actually called my 401k. Up until, it turns out as of December 31st, you can no longer do this. But up until December 31st, you could actually draw your money out of your 401k or any of your IRAs or whatever without a penalty. You had to pay your taxes on it, your capital gains tax or whatever it is. But as soon as I seen this start to break, I called up my 401k and I was like, hey, I want to draw my money out of there completely.
Yeah.
I want to, fuck you. I don't want to be involved in your making money off of me anymore. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do with my money.
Yeah.
And with the, there was that, like I said, there was that time because of the pandemic, and I'm throwing up air quotes as I say this, that they were saying that because people are losing their jobs and they're, unable to take care of their families, you can, if you have money in your 401k, you could at that time draw the money out and not have to pay a penalty. So I called them up and I was like, what's up? I want to go ahead and draw my money out of there. And they're like, okay. So they start running the numbers down to me and I go, whoa. You guys can't take the penalty from me. And they're like, well, as a matter of fact, we can, because that was only good until December 31st. But if they do reenact it's called the CARE Act. That's what it's called.
Right.
If they do reenact the CARE Act, then call us back and we'll go ahead and shoot you your money. And they told me so here's the other thing. They told me as of that day what the market value of what I got in there is. If the market drops because of this, I want to get in front of it. So if the market drops because of this situation, I'm going to lose part of that money.
Oh yeah, you will.
So
for sure.
So even if they do reenact the CARE Act and I call them up tomorrow with what's going on currently, that money that I have in there is, who knows what's going to be now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I tried like a motherfucker, dude. I tried to talk him into it. I'm like, come on, man. It's only December 20th. It's only January 20th.
I don't know if any of you guys even paid attention, or maybe it was just in Los Angeles. I don't know if it was like that up here, but literally maybe 2 days before the inauguration and maybe about 2 to 3 days after the inauguration, the banks were shut down. The banks were completely shut down and nothing was open. And matter of fact, one of my girlfriends, her mom tried to withdraw like $10K from the bank, and the bank was refusing to give her money. So I don't know if that's how it is out here, but like I said, it's
nah.
Yeah, our bank
crazy.
was open.
Yeah, our bank was open. Even their drive-thru was open too.
Yeah. I don't know if you listened to the podcast.
So you guys haven't experienced you guys haven't experienced in it like the boarding up or anything like we have, huh? Because like everything's boarded up in LA, like everything.
Well,
I know the bank's boarded up. All right. I don't know if you listened to last week's episode, but we got our What?
it wasn't last week that we talked about it.
We talked about it last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
See,
Dude,
this is what happens when I drink too much beer during
No,
the
that's
podcast.
what happens when you get all like fucking age-wise. So what happened last
Are you
week?
fucking calling me old again?
Oh my god.
Rude. I only turned 74 last month. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Dude, you're
Jesus
86.
Now I'm 86. So I'm aging like a fucking dog? Huh?
Oh.
Anyways, so we had somebody drive through the bank. Crash through the front, side door of our bank, and in our little town, and they fucking. I can't believe they actually did not stop until they hit the counter inside the bank, and the counters actually stopped them.
Yeah.
They went through a pillar.
Wow.
They went through a pillar. They went through a door. They went through into the bank
Yeah.
and hit the tellers' desks. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And and that was about around the time of the inauguration, huh?
Yeah.
So do you think they were in there like going, "Fuck it, I'm gonna steal my money back"?
Fuck it. They
Before
said
fucking Biden and Harris steal all my shit.
Well, yeah, the vault is right there, so might as well fuck it.
Yeah. So, anyways, the bank was
I know.
open. They had it boarded. It's all boarded up right now.
Yeah.
That's what he's laughing about. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, our bank's boarded up.
Yeah, our banks are too. Banks, everything with a glass front pretty much has wood on it.
Yeah, that really sucks.
Not here. Everything's, well,
Yeah, well, up here is everything's open. I have my bank over there in Oakdale, but they're still open. They only let like one person inside, one person at a time. So the lines at that bank is just fucking crazy. It's just insane right there.
up here in Murphy's, even the bars are open. If I wasn't kicked out of every single one in town, then I might be able to go have a beer.
This guy.
Yeah. I am not allowed in any bars in this town.
Oh yeah, yeah. One time he invited me to hang
Surprise
out with
me.
them.
That does not surprise me.
One time he invited me to hang out with him. He said, "Hey, let's go to the bar and grab a drink." I'm all like, "All right, let's go." Fuck him. And then when like I saw him, he's all like, well, "I'm not allowed to this one." And I'm all like, "Okay, what about this one?" No, not either that one. I'm like, what the fuck did you invite me for?
I said, let's go out of town. Is what I said.
No, this was like last year though. No, we have the
Damn, Mike.
we have the hipster hole. I don't know if you got kicked out of that one yet.
Is that, oh, no, I haven't been kicked out of there yet. We could do that later.
No, I'm good, bro. I don't want to get kicked out there too. They actually got good food. And the owner actually knows me and my mom.
I collect growlers. I have a whole shit ton of growlers from different places, and they will fill your growler for $20.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like for free.
No,
Awesome.
it's not a bad price, $20, and you can go in there and get like some fucking serious alcohol, like alcohol content. It's like 12%,
Yeah.
and so I'll take like 3 or 4 growlers down there, and I'll say, hey, fill these up, and give me all the highest alcohol you got, and they go, okay, cool, and then I have to sit outside and wait for it.
Wow. All right. Thank you for the knowledge.
Wow, that was rude. Like fucking crickets. This is not a good Mike D podcast, apparently.
Yeah, well, you had the whole entire podcast last week, bro, talking about, dude, we're going down, we're going to war.
I think so. That's my opinion. Let's ask Coco what she thinks. How you feeling about the current situation of the country?
Let me just tell you, I haven't slept much since November. Yeah, definitely anxiety ridden. Definitely stressed. Believe it or not, during the pandemic, like I killed it, with my business. Like we shut down obviously for a while, but like the remainder of the year, like was phenomenal for me. And, I did really well. So it's like now, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, and You know, I mean, if you're going to ask my personal opinion, you know, I think Biden's ruining this country, and I said this before all this even went down, and you know, and even though I don't personally like everything that comes out of Trump's mouth, I 100% support him as far as what he did for our country, and I'm, you know, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what's to happen with the Biden administration. And as you see, like, I mean, he's in there, you know, executive. What you're talking about. The thing that kills me is this fool is literally contradicting everything he said he wouldn't do. You know, he's like, oh, no mask, and now he's doing 100-day mask mandate. Then he talks about how he wasn't going to, ban fracking. What the fuck did he do? He banned fracking. Then he's over here talking about how, we're a democracy, we're not a dictatorship. Bitch, you're in there fucking signing executive order after executive order after executive order.
37 of them to be exact.
And counting. And, and it's just like, we're going to build back better. Really? Because I'm pretty sure we've lost 70,000 jobs since you've been in office. And he's been in office, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's disgusting.
Not even disgusting. He came in on the 20th. Today's what? The 29th?
Today's the 30th.
30, so it's been there 10 days.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's disgusting. And how the American people are allowing this to happen and can't see what's really going on and what coronavirus was really about and what this all was about. Like, I feel sorry for people and the fact that they're just blind and they're being, they're drinking the Kool-Aid, and it's not necessarily their fault. They don't know any better, and they're just believing everything that they see on TV. And I know, like, when this all first happened too, at first I was glued. I don't even have TV. I haven't had TV in like 2 years, but I was like watching constantly, on news feeds and different apps and whatever to see what the news updates were and this and that. And then I finally was like, okay, you know what? Like, this is just too much, and like the level of fear it put me in, but then I started questioning things, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense, and this doesn't make sense, and and I don't know. I just feel like sometimes I wish I could be ignorant and not care and not see and just be just stupid to it all, and just because I feel like I would be a lot more stress free and a lot less anxiety, but it is what it is, and I fear for our country, and I feel that we're headed far worse than what we're already in. I don't see it.
I actually told during the podcast back in October, I think.
Yeah.
I made a comment. I said this straight up, and I don't think. Well, apparently nobody listens to the podcast because they didn't hear this, and they're not hearing it. When it comes down to making your vote, I don't care who you vote for, but if you're going to vote for anybody, I want you to go ahead and do your research before you vote. Even when it comes down to a new law that they're going to pass, just like this. Currently, we're in a position where they're talking about the new Coronavirus Act. Where they're trying to pass this $1.9 trillion relief fund, I guess is what they're calling it.
Yeah.
But when you get to looking at what the background of that is, and you start reading the bottom of it, you start seeing what they're going to take this away, and they're going to do this, and they're going to borrow from here, and we don't have $1.9 trillion in our funds. Right. I mean, I guess we do if you want to. If you went to Fort Knox and actually took the money out of there, there's money in there. There's gold, which is worth something, but you could use that money. But instead, they choose to borrow, and with the relationship that Biden currently has with China, that's where I believe that money's going to come from. And then he just got on there the other day. This is the one that really upset me, and then I'm going to stop talking about it. But this is the one that really upset me. He just recently got on the phone and called up Putin in Russia, right? And when he called him up, he literally did nothing but accuse Putin of being involved in the elections, which they've always tried to fuck with the elections. That's been happening since God knows when.
Oh, yeah.
But not actually physically was he involved. It was more of like cyber bullshit.
Yeah.
And putting out information that was false. Before we started having this fact check bullshit that they're doing today. But he got on the phone with Putin, started accusing him of shit, and then at one point, this fucking senile old fuck literally said to him, America will stand up for what we believe in and we'll be aggressive. So what we're gonna do, what I took it as is, if you don't do what I tell you to do, we'll go to war with you. Now, here's where he's fucking up. If he attacks, let's say we go into another Cold War.
Fuck.
And he attacks, there's some bullshit when we're doing this. I'll push the button, you push the button, I'll push the button, you push. The only people he's got to back him up now that he went back into the UN, he's only got that little bit area right there. That little bit, the place that we ran away from back in the 1700s. Back up. For money purposes, Russia will have China back him up. China will not back up America. They never have. No. They never will.
No.
So now you're taking on China, Russia, all because your dumb fucking ass wants to run your mouth? So that money that you're talking about, that $1.9 trillion that you're trying to borrow, that you're going to borrow from fucking China because your son and you both went over there and got money from him on a deal, you're going to fucking end up putting us in a... Anyways.
He's about to put us in a blender and push the button.
That's exactly right.
He's already done it. It's not about will or has or he's already done it.
Well, there's only certain things there's only certain things that even those executive orders they still take time to take place.
Yeah.
He hasn't pushed the button yet. He's filling the fucking blender.
Yep.
And,
but nobody has pushed the button on certain things. I mean, look at 70,000 jobs gone. That's already happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? The pipeline done. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the thing that kills me the most is just like, let's not put a wall around America to protect Americans, but let's put a wall around the politicians.
Well,
and Pelosi over here talking about she wants more resources and more security, and it's just like
because she's scared of what's going to happen within. That literally said that on that article that I read. Pelosi's asking for funds to protect the government because of her fear of what may happen within.
Yeah.
Yep.
And all they're trying to do is shut down anybody who doesn't want to do...
You notice, the thing that kills me is that you notice how they're talking about Trump supporters. If you look at any of the news outlets today, or not even news outlets, just even social media, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, like literally Black Lives Matter tweeted, I think we got duped here, voting for Biden. Like, there are Democrat after Democrat after Democrat that are coming forward talking about, we made a mistake. I regret voting for him. This was a mistake. I'm so sorry. Look what we did to our country. Like, people are waking up. So it's like, it's funny to me how she wants to pinpoint that if there is any quote unquote, internal terrorism or whatever, it's not going to be just Trump supporters. Democrats are pissed off too. The American people are waking up, and hopefully they fucking unite, because that's all this whole political party, this whole political, this whole year really has been about division. It's been the left, the right, the white, the black. It's been all about division. That's all. I mean, you notice that even when Biden had did some stupid speech about coronavirus, and he had to go in there and throw about how, it's affecting the black, Asian, and Latino communities more so than the white community. Like, why even throw that in? You know what I mean? All you're doing but that's their agenda, is separation. They don't want us united. They don't want us to fight together. But people are waking up, and they are seeing. And so, yeah, there's going to be some unrest here pretty damn soon. Like, I'm waiting for it. Like, that's another reason, to be honest, too, why I left LA, is because tensions are so high, and it's like, I've never feared for my safety. I mean, for fuck's sake, I grew up in Stockton my entire life. I've been independent my whole life. It's like, and I've lived, I'm independent. I'm single. I'm me. I've never been scared of going anywhere. I've traveled around the world by myself, like all over the country by myself. I've never been in fear of anything until now. And living in Los Angeles, fear is heightened for sure.
At one point, Trump even said, as Biden was stating how he wants to, we all need to come together. We need unity now. And Trump even said...
Hey, baby. I'm on the phone. Can you shut the door for me, honey? I'm on the phone. I'll come down in a little bit. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
When Biden stood up there and he was talking about unity and he was talking about bringing the country together, and then they were talking about trying to impeach Trump and using the 25th Amendment against him in order to say he was unfit to serve.
Right.
Trump said, "Be careful what you wish for," and I believe that 100% now because he's going to unite the country. I'm going to give Biden this. He's going to unite the country, but not the way he wants.
They're all going to be united against him.
It's going to be united against him, and definitely against everything he's doing is everything that Kamala Harris ran on.
Ooh, don't even get me started with that bitch, bro.
Hi, baby. I'm on the phone, honey. Go on, honey. Go outside, please. I'll be out there. Bye. Let me go see if I can lock this door. Sorry, guys. Anyways, go ahead.
You're gonna lock the door over. You heard that, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want you all to know KO does not like kids.
No, I love kids. Don't even go there. I love kids. I'm just trying not to be rude. I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding. It just seemed to fit right in there.
I think it's hilarious.
It's terrible.
I'm gonna lock this door so my kids won't come in.
She's sweet though. She is. She's really sweet, and she's my friend's granddaughter. She's so sweet. She just wants to be friendly. She came in here probably like 3 times last night too to say goodnight to me. Good night. Good night. Yeah, she's so cute.
Aww.
Anyways, that's where I'm going with this. Everything he's doing is he's following Kamala Harris's plans. Everything she ran on before.
Yep.
From being a California senator or whatever, what was she was a senator, right?
Yeah, she was a fucking senator.
Yeah, so everything that she was talking about for California and doing this and doing that, now that she stepped in under him, I literally think that he's just a fucking puppet with her hand up his ass and doing everything.
Oh my
she
god,
wants.
you guys have already seen it where he's like, I don't know what I'm signing, and she's like, just sign it anyways.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's there. It's on record. It has literally been videoed, audioed. Like, she is running the show, and everyone is slowly waking up to it. I mean, I'll tell you right now, we all know that 80 million people didn't vote for this fool. We all know it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, even dead people voted for him.
There's no way 80 million people voted for this clown. You know,
they're trying to pass. They're trying to pass a thing right now to where we no longer go to the polls or have to show ID.
Yeah,
you just mail it in, just like.
I know. And they want to they even want to include, I believe they even want to be able to allow illegal immigrants the right to vote as well.
Anybody. Yeah. Anybody.
Yeah. Well, check this out. That's how Democrats work. That's how they that Democrats, they started the slave shit, right?
Yep.
Republicans
freed the slaves. Republicans freed the slaves.
Yeah, but nobody knows that because nobody likes to pay attention. They This is the whole, like, have you ever seen that movie, They Live?
Yes.
You've seen that movie, They Live, and they just say, watch TV, and, like, don't think for yourself. Don't read books. That's what they want. That's what we're living at right now. Yep. We have them just telling us, hey, don't read that. Don't read that. Listen to us, because we want to try and tell you what's really happening, what's really going down.
That's when people that are being censored. I mean, think about it. All the censorship that's going on right now, on every social media platform. It's the main reason why I got off of, Instagram and Facebook. Like, Mike knows I used to post heavily every day, all day long, and then once I saw what happened, I couldn't do it anymore. I can't be on these forums and and support and put more money in these fools' pockets and just watch all the censorship that's going down. They're literally trying to remove our freedom of speech. And with people who think this is okay, like it's okay to say, I don't care if you speak hate, if you speak positivity, if you speak whatever, like if you believe in aliens, I don't care. It is your right as an American to express yourself. you know, and the fact that people think it's okay to censor you because they don't like what you have to say or because they don't like what somebody said because it hurt their feelings it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, they have no idea that as long as they keep continuing to allow the censorship, and if they do actually allow people to be censored, they're slowly giving away their own rights. Like, it's going to have a trickle effect. It's going to be it's the First Amendment, and it's going to be the Second Amendment.
He's already attacking the First Amendment.
Yep.
He's already attacking that.
He's working his way all the way down from first all the way to 25th.
He's already saying that there might have to be a change because of the censorship.
Yeah.
So if there becomes an actual opportunity that they can take away the First Amendment by censoring what people can say, then Second Amendment's next. And they're already that's their, in their mind right now, that is their focus. Yeah. Is to take that away from people.
Yep.
So
yeah, they're just trying to change the First Amendment because they just want to arrest you if you say the word fag or retard.
And I've said
that's just fucked up.
And I love that word, retarded. That is my fucking favorite word. If you take that away from me, I might just have to start killing people. But
see, so this is the thing for me. So I do want to just kind of throw in a little bit of objective just for a second, only because I don't take it personally. It doesn't upset me. I actually sit by quietly. I don't say anything. I don't get upset. I just kind of just sit there and just kind of not whatever. But I have children who are biracial. I have children who are 2 out of the 3 are gay. You know what I mean? And it's when people say words like that, they'll say fag, or I've even had people call my children gook or nip, or, do they eat dog? That kind of thing. I don't lose my shit. I don't lose my cool. I don't go off. I don't, what the fuck? I don't do any of that. I literally am just sitting there quietly because even though I know it's wrong and it's hurtful and it's not something that I would ever say, it's not my place to tell anybody what they're supposed to think or what they're supposed to say or who they're supposed to vote for or what they're supposed to think. That's what our right as Americans is to think for ourselves, to express ourselves verbally, whatever, spiritually, all these things. And it's just the fact that people are literally on board with censorship is just so asinine to me. And I just feel why are you drinking the Kool-Aid? I think that's the hardest part for me is I really it's funny because you're oh, it's common sense. Well, then you realize that common sense ain't
hang on. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you need to see this. Say drink the Kool-Aid one more time.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
That's not what you were just doing. Do what you were just doing.
No.
Fucking pussy. He was throwing up air hugs oh my God, I just want to squeeze your little face.
No, it's because last week I said, please Americans don't drink the Kool-Aid, and knowing that somebody actually says that, I just want to give you a hug right now.
No, I mean, I say it all the time, stop drinking the Kool-Aid. It's seriously, I mean, it's almost as bad as when you think of cults, you think about all these cults where people literally have drank the Kool-Aid and killed themselves because of their cult leader. This is the shit we're talking about. And people want to talk about it's a little bit of extreme. It's extreme. Nah, it's not extreme. If you don't think what's happening in our world right now and what's happening in our life isn't extreme, I can't with you. You know what I mean? If you don't think what's happening to us and our rights literally be taken away from us one by one, it's not extreme. What is it? Just because you're allowing it to happen doesn't mean it's not extreme.
It's the whole hey, he said this and he said that, so I'm gonna vote for him. That's what I have problems with sometimes with my Hispanic Latino community, because they'll watch the news. They'll watch the news and they'll see how Trump said to all the Mexicans, hey, they're rapists and they always bring drugs. That he's not wrong. The cartel the cartel does bring drugs and they do kidnap people and they rape them. Yeah. But he's also trying to protect you. He's also trying to he's building this border to protect people because that's how they
On
always.
both sides. On both sides. That's the thing too. Like if you talk to people actually on the Mexican border, they're happy about that wall because their children can actually go outside and play. They're not in fear of the cartel or
Exactly.
people trying to smuggle, drugs or people, in and over. All the crime has gone down on that side as well. So it's like that's what people don't understand. Oh, he's just a monster. He's a racist. He's this. He's that. It's just fucking stop drinking the fucking Kool-Aid and actually.
And he also helped out the people at the fields as well. Like they don't have to finally fear the immigration anymore. They can actually like immigrants can actually work in the fields and they can make a pretty good wage now. They don't have to fear every time they see like a white truck or a white van right there. They can just actually go to work and say, "All right, I'll be back." Like for real this time.
I got two things to throw in real quick. First one is you guys keep talking about drink the Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop a little school on you. For people who don't know, what you're talking about is Jonestown with Jim Jones, and he killed over 900 people with drinking Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
That he put poison in.
Yeah.
Some of those people, by the way, would not drink the Kool-Aid, and he killed them on their...
Yeah, he killed him he forcibly killed him and shot him and shit, right?
Exactly, and forced them to actually to drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Forced them to. Now, here's a little fact. I was going to say fun fact, but it's not fun. Here's a little fact that most people don't know. In order to kill 900 people, he paid less than $9 for the poison.
Motherfucker.
Wow.
$9 fucking dollars to order all that poison to kill 900 people.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
Right? So that's, like I said, that's not a fun fact. And you can Google it, and I think it was, the exact number was somewhere like 856. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Wow. So 900 people, I don't even know how to, is that less than a penny? It's less than a penny to kill 900 people.
Motherfucker.
And then the second thing I was going to say, damn it, now I forgot, but it was going to be on the fact of about the border and the cartel. But fuck it, who cares? That's the best part of what I said. Less than a penny to kill 900 people.
Oh, man. Okay.
Fun fact, though, here's a fun fact for you. The cartel actually has been affected by the coronavirus because of the fact that there is no travel allowed. And so, in fact, prices of drugs have gone up because of it.
You tell me I can't get my...
Just so you know.
I can't get my methamphetamine at a good price?
Hang on. Let's do this. And how do you know that?
Not from personal experience.
Living down in L.A., huh? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not from personal experience. Honestly, no, for real, it's not. It's more of an acquaintance of an acquaintance of an acquaintance kind of thing, conversation that was had. But yeah, not from me personally, but just conversations. But yeah, that's basically what I've heard is, even the cartel's been affected by this. So
I remember what the second part was going to be. It was about the fact that you say your children have been judged because of their mixed culture.
Yes.
I don't agree with that at all. Okay, when you literally look at an individual and refer to them as a derogatory remark about their race or a stereotype, like you're speaking of, I'm not going to say it again because I'm white and it's not okay. But
yeah.
And I don't have multicultural kids, but I didn't mean to laugh.
Yeah,
but,
no worries. Don't
No, I know what you're saying.
But that's not okay. But you and I, we're not very different in age, so you know that we grew up using the word fag as like you're doing something stupid.
Oh yeah.
We would say, oh, you're fucking being retarded, as in you're doing something stupid. It was never meant at that point in our lives to be directed towards a certain
individual.
Hate. Yeah, there was
it was never a hate statement.
Yeah.
It was, and it'd be just joking around between friends.
It's
fucking quit, you fucking fag.
It's like when I was in middle school, we always said, "Dude, that's so gay." It's basically saying, "Dude, you're doing something stupid."
Right.
No, yeah, for sure, yeah.
So here's where that all went wrong, at least in my opinion. Here's where, not wrong, I guess if you want to get technical, you want to be all PC about shit, then it went right. But because people are turning it into such a PC thing, the way that happened was those same individuals, like you, me, you someday might have a child, but people who've had kids, and next thing you know, they're having a child that has Down syndrome.
Yeah.
And that's considered a retardation. But you cannot say that you are retarded, even though they call it a retarded gene.
A retarded gene.
So now that word all of a sudden becomes a hate word. I got a real good friend. In fact, you know him very well. His name's Kyles, and he's gay as fuck.
Yeah.
And I can call that kid all kinds of dirty names. And I do it all the time. Shut the fuck up, you dick-sucking fag. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I mean,
You okay, bud? He's called me in the middle of the night. All right, settle down.
I'm sorry. Ow. Ow.
You gotta crack.
Oh, no. Oh, dude, I just worked half day.
Anyways,
I'm tearing up right now.
he's gotten fucking retarded drunk before and called me up and been like telling me, send dick pics. He's like, show me your dick, Mike. And I'm like, you want to see this dick? Fucking queer? Huh? You want to see this dick? You know, and we can actually play back and forth like that.
Ouch.
He doesn't get...
but the thing is, though, it's also different. You have a personal relationship with Kyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just openly say say the word fag and, you know, and that kind of thing, because people do take offense to it. Like, honestly, like...
Only because the people who have, who are way too sensitive... You know, the ones that stayed at their mommy's houses until they were 27 years old, didn't get married, have a kid, and their kid turns out to be gay. You know, or turns out to be, you know...
A homo?
No. I was going to say retarded, but has Down syndrome or is mentally disabled. There's the word I'm looking for. So then... If you use those words in front of them, then they think you're insulting their family or their friends or their kids.
Yeah.
And then they start pushing for these, you know. I've never been a big fan of the hard R. Never. Right?
Yeah.
And if I use that, it's because I mean to piss you off and I want to fight you.
Yeah.
That's you know. I won't call a man a bitch unless I literally want to see that man fucking fight with me.
Yeah.
I won't call my girlfriend a bitch or the hard C, you know, unless I'm wanting to fucking fight with her and piss her off or get rid of her even. You know what I mean? It's just, that just means I'm telling you, I'm fucking done with you. I want nothing to do with you. This is what I think you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
And I also believe in fighting.
I mean, like I said, it's your right to say what you want to say, and you express yourself the way you want to, whether I agree with it or not. That's your right. You know what I mean? And I personally wouldn't. I wouldn't say those words, but that's just me. But it doesn't make it better. It doesn't make me worse. It doesn't make, you know, there's no superiority or anything here. It's just personal preference, I guess. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, but again, it's like, you know, it's your right. It's your right, you know, and just like, I don't agree with it, you know, and if somebody were to, you know, insult, like, I mean, trust me, I've been insulted. I've been called white trash. I've been called, the N-word and then rich, which I didn't even know what that meant. And I literally had to look it up because I was like, what does that even mean? And it was a white guy that called me that. So I was just like, what? So, you know, I've been discriminated against, and so it's just like, you know, so for me, it's just something that I won't do. You know what I mean? And I think also too, because of the fact that, like, I grew up in Stockton. I live in Southern California. I mean, we live in California. We're the most multicultural, you know, state in the country. So it's just like, for me, it's just something that I just personally would never do. You know what I mean? And again, coming from, you know, and honestly too, I will say this too, like, I've never even mentioned publicly, whether it be on my, you know, Facebook, Instagram, or even, you know, doing interviews or whatever, that my children are gay, because that's not my voice, right? That's not my story to tell.
I say that today because I just want people to understand that, like, you know, people have, and people who listen to this who know me or, you know of me or whatever it may be would never even know that my children are gay unless, you know, I personally knew them and I told them. But it's like, it's not something I publicly share, and it's not because I'm embarrassed, because I'm not. I love my children. I support them 1,000%. I don't care what their sexual preferences or any of that. It's like I said, it's not my story to tell, you know.
I love that. I have to say, I love that statement. That's not my story to tell. Yeah. I think that is an amazing way to look at it, and most people don't. My opinion is that most people think that because of situations such as that is their story to tell, and they have to have a fucking movement behind it and justify their own existence because of it.
Right. And again, and that's why I say, when people have said racial slurs about, you know, Asian culture, or they've said, you know, things about sex and, you know, gay or fag or whatever, I just sit there and quietly, and I don't say anything, because, you know, again, you know, it's not my story to tell. I mean, of course I'm upset about it inside, and of course it hurts me, and it makes me feel sorry for the person who's saying it, because I'm like, you're ignorant, you know what I mean? But I would never, like, just lash out and lose my shit, because again, you know, it's, unless they're directly coming at me, then that's a whole other story. But I mean, if they're just saying it in passing, like, it's not my story to tell. You know what I mean? And so, and even my children, you know, like my oldest is 26. She came out when she was 15, and she's not even, like, expressively vocal about her sexuality. She doesn't come out on social media platforms and talk about her sexuality. She doesn't need to. She doesn't need to prove herself to anybody, you know. And my youngest daughter, she's also gay, and, you know, she's only 13 years old. She came out when she was 11. You know, and same thing. She's not on her social media platforms talking about, you know, this or that or whatever. That's not that, you know, but that's their choice. You know, if they want to be vocal or if they don't, you know, it's completely their choice. But again, you know, like I said, it's like, you know, people who know me and who don't know me, or, you know, whatever, like, they don't know this story about me, because you know, it's not my story to tell. It's not my fight, you know. Now, again, if someone's coming at me directly and there's, you know, coming directly for me because my children are gay, or they're coming for me because my children are biracial, then that's a different story, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people have taken their right to be vocal. You know, how do I say this? Like, you know, again, like, the First Amendment's obviously at risk right now, right? People want to be censored because they're offended by what people are saying or whatever. And to me, it's just like, you know, that's your right as an American. I mean, people literally flee other countries to come here just so they can speak their mind. Like, that's what people don't. People who are born here take that shit for granted. You know, like my cousin who lives in Daly City, born and raised in the Bay Area, Democrat, right? Drinks the Kool-Aid. He married a woman from Colombia, and she was 100% hardcore Trump supporter. 100%. She was like, go
How
Trump.
The fuck you know what I mean? Did that happen?
Yeah, because she knows she comes from a communist country. She came here to be free.
No, what I mean is, not how the fuck did she become a 100% Trump supporter. How the fuck did he marry her?
Oh, dude, trust me, it all started with just papers, apparently. I mean, from what he says, he married her so she could be legal. But, I mean, they seem happy. I mean, and I don't know.
Until she calls her family and starts speaking in Spanish and talking mad shit about him.
I mean, it's possible. And I'll tell you right now, like, me and my cousin, like, we were FaceTiming. It was me, her, and him. And me and him were going at it, you know, about, like, things that were happening in the world. And he, again, you know, I told you, he drinks the Kool-Aid. And she's just like, I 100% agree with you, Christy. I 100% agree with you. You know, and it was just like, so I don't know. I don't know how their dynamic works. I'm not up in their business because it's none of mine, you know. So I have no idea how that situation is.
I have one question, and this is gonna be very controversial, and you're gonna only take this. I don't know how you're gonna take it, because you are who you are. But I do have this one question, and I want to know what you think about this personally.
Okay.
Do you think that today, with how free being bisexual, homosexual, or gay, transsexual, whatever it is, the word you're going to use. Do you think that maybe your youngest daughter decided that she was homosexual because possibly she's seen and learned it was okay to be that way because of one of your older daughters?
No, I disagree with that. Actually, my daughter was terrified, absolutely terrified to come. And I knew what my daughter was before she came out. You know what I mean? Like, everyone who knows her knew that she was either gay or bisexual before I even thought possibly she could be trans, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, she is very much the male in the relationship. You know, she's very tomboyish. She dresses like a boy. People mistake her for a boy all the time. You know, so it's like, and she's been like that since she was, honest to God, like, she's been dressing herself since she was probably about, I say, like 5 or 6, and I literally, like, if I showed you pictures of her from then until now, you would be like, and not just because of the way I don't want to sound ignorant, like, oh, because she dresses like this. I mean, but it's just like the conversations that we had, you know, talking about, like, even when she was growing up, like, she never had a crush on a boy. She never was like, you know, mind you, I had 2 other daughters before her, right? So this is the 3rd go around. So it's like I kind of know, you know, what the deal was. And it was just like, and even my oldest daughter, like, she had a boyfriend in junior high and freshman year in high school. You know what I mean? Like, I was more shocked about her coming out than I was the youngest one. But the youngest one was terrified, absolutely terrified to tell. Like, I literally, from the time she was probably, I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10, I didn't really ask her, but I kind of like hinted at it, like, you know, could there be possibly, you know, and she just would be real quiet, didn't want to discuss it, you know. And even my oldest daughters and I would to discuss it, and we're like, you know, we all just knew, you know. And so, I mean, do I think, I know where you're going with this, you're just like, oh, do you think that maybe, you know, because of what she saw, you know, that she was
where I'm going with this is it seems to be so socially acceptable now.
No, it's not. Like, my daughter, literally to this day. Hold on a second. Let me finish.
Okay.
It is not socially accepted at all.
Me, so.
And the reason being is my daughter has been discriminated against in her own school, and we live in Los Angeles. She was told that she was not allowed to hold her girlfriend's hand. Meanwhile, straight kids can hold hands. Like, straight kids are literally making out in the middle of a court, but my daughter can't hold her girlfriend's hand.
Okay, you're right. I am wrong about that.
Yeah,
I have heard
it is not socially accepted.
I've heard several different examples of what you just said, and, you know, with that being said, you're right. I was just trying to look at the a different way of bringing up. You know, there's people out there who are thinking certain things. Like, I was trying to go with it with absolutely no information. So,
right,
my bad.
No, and it's okay. And I'm, like I said, I'm not offended. Like, you're not ignorant. You're just not educated. You know what I mean? You. And for me, it's like, I don't ever try to voice my opinion on anything unless I personally have experienced it. But that's just, you know, that's just me. And I'll tell you right now.
And that's why we have you on the show today.
Yeah.
We need that kind of information. That's why we ask people to be part of our podcast. We need to get that out there. We need you to help us be educated, to understand what's going on, where things like, you know, that I'm not. We live in a little small town up in the middle of nowhere, and we don't see a lot of those things. You have lived in big cities, and you see it all the time. You've dealt with it, like I said, with your children and yourself, and
Well, me, I've been living up here already for like 20 years in this small little town. I've like the first couple of years, even at school, even in middle school and high school, I've been discriminated against.
Well, that was a racial thing.
Yeah.
This is
because I'm sorry, but, you know, discrimination comes from every shapes and colors.
Exactly.
And, you know, because I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican American, you know, my parents are Mexican, but I was born here in the United States. Everybody always thought, hey, dude, I don't speak no Taco Bell. I don't want to fucking speak Spanish to you. I'm like, dude, I speak English as well. You know, I've heard the word beaner, I've heard the word spig, I've heard the word wetback all the time. It doesn't bother me anymore. It used to bother me back in like middle school and high school, but it's because teachers wouldn't do anything. And I've also been discriminated because, like, the way I dressed, I've always dressed in, like, I've dressed up, like, in very clothes that you think that, hey, that guy looks very suspicious. We should just check up on him. Back in high school, I've always been in the principal's office and and then the counselor's office all the time, telling me, hey, so what are you doing? I'm like, nothing, man. I'm just wearing a T-shirt. It says you're not supposed to wear that. Well, I've been discriminated, so I understand, like, where discrimination comes from like their sexuality. But for me, it's just my race.
Right.
So it does suck that your daughters have to hear that from a lot of people, but.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean, even teachers. Like I've had teachers. So my youngest daughter's name is Ryan, and they literally are assume she's a male, and so I just got an email yesterday, matter of fact, from one of her teachers talking about him, he, and I'm just like, first of all, she. And then of course he was really embarrassed, and he's like, please accept my deepest apologies, blah blah blah. I should have looked at the roster, I didn't, da 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 da. And so it's just like, it's not that that's discrimination. It's just mixing something up. But you could tell because I corrected him, and even I wasn't angry in my tone. I basically said she. And then I was like, thank you for letting me know. I will get, I'll get to the bottom of this. And then he literally, like, sent me this full, like, paragraph of apology. And I'm just like, dude, like, it's an accident. But you're right. It's kind of like what you're saying, Mike. It's like people now are so overly sensitive that people are afraid. You know what I mean? And it was a mistake. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, you sexist, blah, 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 or whatever. It was just like, dude, it was a mistake. You know what I mean? Like, no big deal. But people, like you said, the sensitivity is so heightened now, that people are just like, they're afraid, they're walking on eggshells. And so when they do, quote unquote, step over boundaries or overstep or whatever, they're just so quick to be like, oh my God, please, please forgive me. And it was nice of him to apologize, but completely unnecessary. You know what I mean? So I get, there's both ends of it. You know what I mean? It's both ends. There's people who are ignorant and don't know. And then there are people who are just overly heightened with sensitivity and over-exaggerate the situation, I think.
So I'm going to tell you my summary and what I think where this entire conversation has gone. Be who you are. Be proud of who you are. And unless somebody is physically or verbally attacking you as an individual, then maybe you shouldn't be so fucking sensitive.
Yep. Agreed.
That's where I see.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And if you're being attacked as an individual, or even your family, if they're attacking your people, then you have all the right in the world to say whatever the fuck you want to say. But if somebody has anything to say about a certain situation, they have that right to think that way.
Yeah.
Just like that keyboard warrior bullshit that we're talking about, where you see people, somebody may say something, and may make a comment. But I do my best not to make comments, even though I want to.
Yeah.
Believe me, I want to. There's certain things that I see that are posted by the news, and I want to make a comment. I don't. Because I read the comments just for fun sometimes.
Yeah.
I will see where somebody goes, oh, this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And they make a perfect point, and then somebody else will come in and just attack that person.
Yep. Oh, it happened to me just yesterday, matter of fact. So, yeah, no, I get it. Like, it's like as soon as you don't have, like, I mean, I was on a detailing forum. Perfect example. Detailing forum. Nothing to do with politics at all. Detailing forum. This guy goes in and he's talking about, ceramic coatings and undercarriages, and, the pros and the cons and this and this. And so, of course, there's like this one guy that comes in and he's just hating, and he's like, oh, ceramic coatings for undercarriages, totally useless, this, waste of money, blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, I come in and I'm like, dude, I was like, coming from someone who's done probably about 50 undercarriages, you compare one that's been coated versus one that isn't, it's like night and day, and so I came in with a completely different narrative, and even then you could get torn apart just because you're not with the general consensus on something so fucking stupid that has nothing to do with really anything important, and that's the thing that always kind of cracks me up, is like, you can't even have a difference of opinion anymore.
You know, like you can't. It's crazy. I mean, people are, and the thing that kills me too is like, and I hate to say this, but every time I've had a disagreement or a difference in opinion with someone, and I vocalized how I felt about the situation. Mind you, I didn't disrespect them. I didn't slander them. I didn't talk about who, their president or who they voted for, their political stance or what their left or their right. Never said anything about that. Just talking about how I feel about things, how I see things. And the first thing that, or not, maybe not first thing, but really quickly into the conversation or into the debate, they're always just like, well, you know what? We don't need to be friends. Blocked. And it's like, but you're the group that talks about unity. You're the group that talks about let's come together, but yet you're the group that's so quick to, as soon as I don't agree with your narrative, block.
Like, why do people do that? Like, when you have a different opinion, they're all like, yeah, I don't want to be your friend anymore. Boom. Yep. Unfriend, block, unfollow, and all that shit.
Hey, I'm going to justify that just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right, let's see what's up, Vato.
So here's how that rolls. If I cannot have an actual debate with you, and a conversation where it's going to not be, I throw a fact out. Here's a fact. This is a fact. Go ahead and fact check me on it.
Yeah.
And you just tell me that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And it's like arguing with a fucking fence post. And you just keep going, hey, fuck you, whatever, whatever you're trying to tell me.
Right.
But I don't want to hear your fucking mouth no more.
Yeah.
So I will block that conversation.
Oh.
We've recently had a situation where something happened to an individual that I know and I care about, and because that person believed that they had to take advantage of that situation, I didn't want to see it no more.
Okay.
And you know what I'm talking about. And we're not going to blast them. But so what I did, I didn't block them. Like, I'm no longer friends with them. But what I did do was I made sure that I didn't have to see that shit for a while.
Okay.
You got that 30-day break or whatever it is that you can do.
Well,
you can unfollow,
for me,
I didn't unfollow. I was just like, I don't agree with you. I don't think this is what I want to see for the next 30 days of my life. So I'm going to go ahead and not pay attention.
I actually
for me, I agree with that. Like, you have your right to do that. But for me, it's like, I would rather just step away as a whole. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why are you going to sit here and look at someone else's stories with people who align with your narrative, but yet you're not going to sit there and watch someone else who doesn't? And I understand.
I'm going to explain it to you when.
I understand. You don't need to.
No, I'm going to explain it to you when we get off the podcast. You'll understand.
Oh, no, I get it. It's like you're throwing out facts and they're coming back at you with emotion. I get it.
No.
Like, I 100% get it. But my point is this, that it's almost like you're doing your own censorship, your own little part of censorship, basically. Like, that's basically what you're doing, and that's fine. That's your right if that's what you want to do. But for me, it's like when I see ignorance, whether it be left or right or whatever it may be, race, sexual, whatever, I just step away from it as a whole. Because I'm like, I can't sit here and, agree with whomever it is I agree with and then not agree with everyone else. Or not necessarily agree, but I can't close my eyes to somebody else's narrative that I don't agree with and only open my eyes to those that I do. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, hey, Coco, we really appreciate, it's that time to climb down that mountain. So we have
for sure.
We've been on air for the past 2 hours.
Holy shit. We got some deleting to do.
We got some deleting to do, or we could just keep the whole fucking thing.
Who gives a shit, right?
I mean, you do whatever you guys want. I support it. I don't regret anything that we discussed, and I definitely don't regret anything that I've said. So yeah, you guys, you want to roll with it. I'm good with it.
All right. We really appreciate you joining us up here at the mountaintop. I know that you, in this time I would say, hey, where can people follow you or where can they find you? But you said that you don't have no social media platform, and you're just out there.
You're just a fucking rebel.
Yeah, you're just mysterious. You're like Batman.
I do have social media platform, but I'm not currently posting. So if you do want to follow me, my Instagram is Kristonite, KRS. The number 2 NITE, and then if you want to follow me on Snapchat, it's Kristonite760.
Snapchat I am actually pretty active on, but I'm just not active currently on Instagram. I'm not saying I won't come back, but as of right now, I'm just taking a break. But you can see some of my work on my page. If you do request me, you can check out some of the trucks and stuff that I've done, and other stuff. You can see my beautiful daughters and the multiculturalness that they are. And so yeah.
I'm gonna follow you on Snapchat now.
All right, cool.
And I owe you a big hug because you said don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I'm a hugger. Calm down.
All right, so everybody, mountain climbers, it's time to climb down that mountain. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Coco, thank you again. Mike D, do you have any last words to tell our mountain climbers out there?
Yeah. Don't drink the fucking Kool-Aid.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I gotta give this motherfucker a
drink
hug
the
too,
Kool-Aid.
bro. What's up?
I'm a hugger too, bro. Come at me.
All right, everybody. I really appreciate you guys tuning in with us. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, if you guys want to just hit us up, tell us a story, our email is themountaintop17@gmail.com. Also, follow us on Instagram at themountaintop1. Also, if you guys want to follow our personal page is _IBFishing. If you want Mike D, or if you want Big Panda, is big bad _panda 17 for me. And
Dude, I wish I could record what you just. Do it again.
do it again.
Do it again. Tell them again how exactly the way you just did it.
Our
Give
Instagram.
our information one more time. Can you see this? Watch.
Yes.
All right, so fuck.
Yeah,
You got me
like that.
You got me on chocolate.
Work it, bro. Work your magic. Come on.
If you guys want to follow Mike D at on Instagram, go to _IBFishing. And then also, if you guys want to follow me personally, it's big bad _panda 17. That's me. And for our mountaintop one, will be fucking the mountaintop 1 on Instagram as well. You got me all giggly and shit, bro. It's good.
Don't let nervousness get involved.
No, it's because
Come on, Big Pimpin'. Let's see what you got.
You should have done. All
All
right.
right, guys, I gotta get off this phone, so I gotta go. It was lovely chatting with you, but I'll call you later, Mike. Okay?
All right, I'll talk to
All
you
right.
later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. So you already said yours. I already said mine. So mountain climbers, I really want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Jinx.
A little strong enough.